I'm Alicia, and I'm going to go through the 2025 planner and how to use it, as well as some cool tricks and tips that you may not be aware of what you can do with Google Sheets, and then just all the different categories that are within this planner. So it's a pretty great planner. You can start by customizing your name here. So I can add my own name here. When you go into the term planner, everything here is hyperlinked and the current day will come highlighted, both on the large calendar and the mini calendar. When you are in here, it has week A, B, etc., and I will show you what those mean and also how to hide them. But you can put in information here, and I'm just putting in arbitrary things, but you could put in things like house swimming, birthdays, house athletics, etc. Because when you then click on the individual day, these will appear up the top here. Okay, now if you don't have all of them filled in, not all of them will appear, but you can see the order. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It also has the corresponding week up in the cell, and this dashboard button will get you back to the main overview where we were typing our name. On the to-do list, you can add in your different tasks, and I might put in, okay, I've got to mark year 7 maths test, photocopy science worksheet. Okay, and as I'm doing this, I might also need to send welcome email. As I tick off my tasks, they will cross off and also update the progress bar, which is pretty cool. So I can do that. When they're all done, then I get the complete bar color, which is nice. Okay, let's also just have a quick look at the timetable. So when I'm in my timetable section, I can go back to the dashboard. I can go through the individual page there as well. Click on timetable. For here, I like to put in my class times, so as well as the subject. So let's say that I've got 8:45 to 9, 9 to 9:55 a.m. is maths. Then we have recess. Some people also like to put in homeroom classes as well in this. So this is the 10-period planner that I'm working through. So it has 10 periods here. There's also the 7-period planner, but if you need a different number, so say you're using 6 or 8, just let me know and I'm happy to help you with that. Maybe after this, I've got at 10:45 to 11:35 a.m. I've got planning. So however it may be. Now, this is semester 1 and then semester 2 is down here. So when you're doing this, if you have a semester 1 subject, you can update your timetable for semester 2. If they're exactly the same and you don't have alternating weeks, then you can just copy by highlighting and selecting all the cells, copy that across to the other side and it will be the exact same. For updating here, you can put any terms that any vocab or terms that you wish for. So instead of saying week A, I could, and maybe I don't have an alternating plan or my school calls it something else, then I could even put in legend if I wanted to, or I could leave it completely blank. So let's have a look at what it looks like when I leave it completely blank. Go back to my dashboard, go into term 1, and you'll see that all the week A's have gone. Okay, but if I get back over to the timetable and I also make week B blank, okay, that will update as well, and they're gone. Okay, so then you don't have to have that appearing, and that will also, let me head over into a Monday because I know there'll be data there. That will also disappear from under here, so it won't say week A or B. But you can see that it's already populated my subjects in that I put in, which is great. And then under here, I can type what I may actually do. Exercise. And perhaps I want to link this as well, so I can add this link. There's a link shortcut which you can push Control K or Command K, and you can paste then in a link to perhaps if you've got a document that you'd normally like to print, etc. You can do that there. Okay. Now the other thing that you can do as well is I like to put it under here, but I can go Insert and Emoji, and then I can actually just put in how I'm feeling for the day. So it might be just a nice way to track. I can also say Insert Emoji, and I can maybe search for because today is a sunny day, and put in the weather for the day as well. So you can personalize up here a little bit too. There's also a section for extra notes. So you can type this in and put in whatever maybe doesn't fit into one of the other categories here. I've added these bullet points already, but you can also just press Control Enter for it to enter down easily, or you can just use your down arrows or click wherever you want to put in there. Now, the only difference between the 10 period and the 7 period planner is that the 7 period planner has the notes section down here, okay, because you have a little bit more space. So that is the only difference. Now, I'm going to head back to my dashboard and show you some other features. So you've got your 4 terms, you've got key school info here. So I like to put in my school things, the different times that I've got my periods, maybe the classes. I've got 7A Maths has 22 students, which can be useful for if you're ever going and photocopying a bunch of worksheets, or you just need to know the numbers for excursions, etc. Putting in my school phone number, you can just start typing. Always useful when you have to order things or give it to a parent and you're leaving a phone message. Okay. The other thing I want to just show you is when you are in your dashboard now, that there's no link to this button, but it is down here and it says Customize. So in the Customize button, these are the different drop down menus that you'll find in the planner. But let's say that you have something on here that you'd like to change. So maybe you want to change your yard duty. Maybe yours isn't called this and you want to put in, maybe you do yard duty at the quad. You can either just edit one of these or you can also just add. So let's just add it here and say quad. Okay. And I'm going to go back to term 1. Go to the day, and then let's see, my yard duty has now got quad added there. Okay, so that might be useful to know, and I could even be more specific. I could put the specific time, etc. into that cell. Doesn't matter as long as you edit it through the customize section. So that is right next to the start, next to the dashboard, just down below here, and you can edit all of these items to make it work for you. Okay. When we're back in our dashboard, we've gone through the timetable. I would also just say with any of these, if something you want to hide rather than delete. So if you're in here and you say, oh, I don't need a particular column, rather than deleting it, just hide. You can either make them smaller or you can hide the actual cells themselves. Sometimes though, if you hide cells like in the customize section, they then won't work in the other section. So best to leave the customize section alone, except for editing the different options here underneath the colored sections. Okay, so when we're back in our key event dates, most of the ones that have dates like this, you can either just type in and it will update, or you can also select it on the mini calendar by double clicking into that cell. Let's just have a look at some other ones. So you've got staff meeting notes, again, same thing, adding in follow-up required if you need to. The expense tracker, so you can take your expense category. And again, if you have a different category, you can add these yourself. You can also edit by clicking on the edit button. And sometimes it's nice to be able to choose a different color. So maybe I want all of the general classroom ones to be green. So when I select general classroom, it's going to turn to green. Okay, and you can select whatever colors you want, but it's a nice way to do that. You can do that for any drop-down menu of how you customize it. Okay, there's a space for extra notes. And then there's also your professional development one, which can be really helpful for your VIT or whatever registration that you need for your particular state or territory. So you can add in all of that information there. Again, completely customizable what you want to do there, and time spent to make sure you're meeting your hours. Parent contact log, useful just to keep a note of it, and sometimes you can then add a file note to whatever system you use, like Synergetic or your particular school's LMS, etc. Assessment dates. I'm going to just hide that. Not that. It's just showing the data validation rules, which we don't need, so we can just get out of that from our previous drop-down menu. Assessment dates, this is just an overview. I will also show you where, let's just have a look. If I go back to my dashboard and I want to go into assessment records. Okay, this has 6 classes, and you'll see that the headings here are fixed, so it's easy to scroll down. You can add more classes, and there's also 20 assessments, and again, you can add more. So whenever you're wanting to add more of something, what I typically just do is click on the cell next to it, right click, insert one column to the right, and then I'm going to select the cells that I want to copy across. So by clicking and then pressing Control C or Command C when you're in Mac, and then paste it, and then all I need to do is say update that to assessment 21, and then that is there for all of your classes. So you can add as many assessments as you need, and what is nice is that you can just scroll here, and so you can see all of your assessments, but your class names are staying the same. Okay, so those are most of the things. There's also one for goals. So plenty of options here. You've also got, when you're adding those things like key dates and birthdays and things, they don't go to the main calendar. So these are more just like an overview or a record for yourself, but they don't go to your term calendar. So if you want it into your term calendar and then onto your daily calendar, then you need to go into the term calendar to do that. Also, these headings are hyperlinked on the calendar here, but the individual days are not. So when you're going into, say, if I want to jump all the way down to March, I can click onto March and it will scroll down automatically for me. Okay. Please let me know if you've got any questions, if you want any particular customization. There are some other styles in the shop as well for different images and color schemes and things. But if you've got something in mind in particular that you want, then please let me know. I'm very happy to help you with that. And if you've got any questions or things that perhaps, maybe they weren't covered in the video, but you want to know how to do, very happy to show you any of that at all. Let me just check that I've gotten there. Oh, I will also say, yes, that is right. Just checking my notes. In the term planner, you'll see that there's also a Saturday and Sunday, because some teachers do need to work on Saturday and Sunday, or just want to use their planner for those days as well. But when you go into here, the cells that are for the timetable are not linked. Okay, so these cells are not linked to the timetable. There's no spot that you can put there, but you can write in them and add whatever you would like to add. When we're having a look at a Monday, and we've got our timetable in there, okay, let's say that on this particular day, if I want to say, actually, I've got a different activity this morning, I don't have maths, maybe we've got house cross country or something, and I don't have those subjects, I can just delete that, okay, and that will disappear. But once I've deleted that, you'll see that there's no longer, it's no longer linked. So just in case, sometimes what I prefer to do is go to format, where is it? Text, strike through, and you can see the shortcut there is Alt-Shift-5, and it can just cross it out for you to show that it's not there. You could also change any of the colors here, so perhaps I want to actually just grey that out as well to show that it's not really there, but it was going to be there, which can be useful if you're going like, oh, actually I did miss a period of maths for whatever the event was. So yeah, I hope you really enjoy using the planner, and please, like I said, let me know if you do have any questions whatsoever. You need any help, very happy to help and make a short video for you, or jump on and do a session with you as well. Have a great day.